Elias Quill had always been the kind of man who laughed at legends. Galactic myths, ancient prophecies, alien mysticism, all amusing curiosities to him, as entertaining as hollow films and just as fictional. A mining engineer by trade and explorer by hobby, Elias never expected to become part of one. He arrived on Lysara 9 with 3 crates of dusty equipment, a contract to inspect subterranean mineral veins, and a note from his late father that read simply, "If you ever go to Lysara 9, find the Temple of the Forgotten One. It will change everything." Elias had kept the note tucked inside his jacket pocket for years, ignoring its quiet pull. His father, a historian obsessed with lost alien civilizations, had vanished on an expedition 3 decades earlier. No remains, no signal, only rumors and silence. To honor the man, or perhaps to prove him wrong, Elias took a detour from his mining assignment and headed across the copper-red dunes of Lysara 9 toward where old star charts hinted the temple might be. For 3 days he walked beneath lavender skies and swirling sand, guided by ancient orbital scans and blind stubbornness, until finally a jagged formation broke the horizon, a mountain carved into impossible angles, humming with dormant energy. The Temple of the Forgotten One. Inside, bioluminescent moss cast soft blue glimmers along vast halls etched with spiraling symbols. The air was cold and still, disturbed only by Elias' boots and his murmured commentary to himself. "Probably just ceremonial halls," he muttered, voice echoing through chambers older than most known civilizations. "Nothing supernatural. Nothing mystical." He told himself that, but every hair on his arms stood upright. At the temple's heart, past corridors that twisted in dimensions that seemed to subtly shift when unobserved, lay a massive chamber domed high above. And at its center, a statue. Humanoid but not human. Tall, elegant, with elongated limbs and smooth features. Its eyes closed as though in eternal meditation. Its form made of silvery stone threaded with starlit veins, as though constellations pulsed beneath the surface. An ancient plaque beneath it read, in the archaic glyphs his father dedicated his life to translating, "Here rests Rhaenyra, guardian of the silent ages. 500 stars have passed. Await the finder." Elias exhaled a shaky breath. "A 500-year-old statue. Wonder if you were worth the obsession, Dad." Silence welcomed him back. He circled the statue for a long time, tracing its craftsmanship, admiring the detail in its serene face, the lifelike softness to its lips. Its presence felt overwhelming, majestic, sacred, but Elias pushed back with the only defense he knew: sarcasm. "So," he said, leaning on the base casually, "do I get a cosmic secret or something? A treasure map? Hidden knowledge of the universe?" No answer. He laughed awkwardly. "Well, how about this?" He gave a theatrical sigh and, with the exaggerated flair of a bored traveler mocking legends, planted a light kiss on the statue's cold lips. "Happy now," he joked. "I kissed the ancient alien statue. Guess I'm the chosen hero." And then, the stone warmed. A faint glow rippled across its surface like moonlight stirred by water. Elias jerked back, heart slamming into his ribs. He blinked, thinking trick of the eyes, altitude sickness, anything. Then the statue's eyelids fluttered. Slow, graceful, inevitable. Its eyes opened, bright like nebula cores, swirling galaxies within them. Elias staggered backward as the lips he had just touched moved. A whisper, thin as stardust, aimless, familiar in a way that chilled him to the bone. "You finally found me." Every ounce of laughter drained from Elias. His breath trembled. The statue, the figure, slowly exhaled, and dust drifted like centuries sloughing away. What are you? Elias croaked. The being stepped down from its pedestal. The chamber pulsed around them, ancient machinery awakening. I am Rhaenyra, it said, voice melodic but weary. The guardian of the silent ages. Bound in stillness until the finder arrived. Finder, Elias repeated, brain racing. No, I'm just an engineer. I'm not anyone. You carry his memory, the alien whispered, head tilting. I see him in your thoughts. The scholar who sought me. The one who promised to return. Elias' mouth went dry. My father. Rhaenyra nodded. He found me. But the path was not ready. The chain had not completed. The universe still slept. The alien's luminous gaze softened. So I waited for you. Elias' heart pounded. Where is he? What happened to him? Rhaenyra lowered their gaze, sorrow spilling like eclipsed starlight. He walked into the star veil, a bridge between worlds. He sought knowledge beyond time. He did not return. Elias' knees weakened. He's gone. Not gone, Rhaenyra murmured. Becoming. Cryptic. Terrifying. The temple trembled faintly. Ancient runes ignited along the walls, vibrating as if chanting in forgotten tongues. A soft hum rose beneath Elias' feet. What do you want from me? He whispered. Rhaenyra approached him, movements fluid as a drifting comet. To awaken the inheritance of your lineage. To end the silence. To open the star veil. Elias shook his head violently. I'm not chosen. I'm not a prophet. Kissed you as a joke. This isn't. I can't. A warm hand, surprisingly warm, shockingly gentle, touched his cheek. You came despite disbelief. Curiosity guided you. Love for the one who sought me brought you across worlds. Their voice softened. That is enough. The ceiling dissolved into stars. Elias gasped as the chamber stretched infinitely. Galaxies spiraling above as though the universe had peeled open just for them. He felt small, fragile, but tethered to something greater. Like his father had stood in this exact place and felt the same pull. What happens if I say no? Elias asked quietly. The temple will sleep again. I will return to stone. The star veil will remain sealed. The knowledge your father sought, the fate he chased, will remain unfinished. And if I say yes? Rhaenyra's gaze held both hope and sorrow. You join the path. You walk where he walked. You see as he saw. And you may bring him home. Pain clawed Elias' chest. He closed his eyes, seeing his father's weathered smile, the excitement in his voice when speaking of alien civilizations and cosmic mysteries, the promise he made to return from his final expedition. Elias had spent his life rolling his eyes at legends, yet here he stood face to face with one. The stars hummed like a heartbeat. Slowly, Elias opened his eyes. I'm not doing this because I'm chosen, he whispered. I'm doing this because he didn't come back. Because he shouldn't be alone out there. Rhaenyra's expression brightened, not triumphantly but gratefully, like dawn after endless night. Then speak the vow, they said softly. And the veil will open. Elias inhaled, trembling. The words rose unbidden, ancient and powerful, from a place deeper than conscious memory. I walk the path unseen across stars unknown, to find what was lost and bring light where silence sleeps. The temple roared, not with sound but with awakening. Light spiraled around Elias, lifting him as reality trembled. Rhaenyra bowed their head. Welcome, seeker, they whispered. May your journey be brighter than his. The world dissolved into starlight. And Elias Quill, Skeptic, engineer, accidental believer, stepped into the cosmos after the father he once believed lost to dreams. Not to worship legends, but to finish a promise and bring someone home.